Good afternoon, everyone. Bettina Carey here, the founder of We Empower You Global Virtual Summit and the website weempoweryourlife.com. And I'm here today with one of my most favorite people in the whole world, Debi Waldeck. She's going to be one of our upcoming speakers at the summit on March the 10th. That's next Wednesday. I'm so happy to welcome you here today, Debi. Good to have you.
Oh, Bettina, I love being with you.
We're like two peas in a pod. I mean, every time we get together to talk for a few minutes, it turns into like an hour and a half or 2 hours, right?
Yeah, and we could go all day. Let's make it interesting for everybody who's listening here today on Facebook Live, right?
Absolutely. So tell people a little bit about yourself, first of all, and then maybe share a few nuggets that they might hear about in depth at the summit.
So you guys, I feel a little bit like a lone wolf. I don't know if you feel that way at all. But the fact is that everybody right now is talking about, in terms of these summits, how to make money, how to be successful, how to be prosperous. And I am talking about that, but it comes across as health. All right. And it's really crazy, you guys. I was with Bettina back in 2011 at the first We Empower You. It wasn't called that, it was a different name, but live. And every single time I speak at these summits, I speak about a different thing, but it's all the same. And what I mean by that is if you want peace, prosperity, and a healthy body, then it really is all the same. It begins at the same place. And the place that it begins really is learning the language of your body. Now, what I'm speaking about at the We Empower You Summit next Wednesday, March the 10th, is a question. How healthy are you? Now, if you really think about it, we kind of go to the doctor once a year and it's like, well, my blood pressure is this way, or my A1C is this, or my blood sugar is that. But I got to tell you guys, 95% of all health dollars are spent after a diagnosis. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal to you 9 little things you can do at home checks that actually tell you how full your barrel is. Now, what do I mean by how full your barrel is? Well, if you look in the description of our video, it says, why is it that 2 people get on an airplane and one walks off with airborne illness and another one doesn't? Why is it that 2 women go to the mall and they walk by the fragrance counter and one gets a migraine headache and the other one doesn't, right? And even now with COVID, I mean, this is so relevant. And the answer is, well, the one that didn't have the migraine, the one that didn't get sick on the plane, has a stronger immune system. Now, with that said, we don't even know what an immune system is, because what we're told is it's everything about getting a shot and it's what's inside the blood. But I'm going to tell you and show you that, in fact, that is not our first line of defense. And there's all these checks that will tell you how healthy am I. And what's crazy, Bettina, is if you look up the definition of healthy or health in the Webster dictionary, the answer is not sick. It is not sick. All right. The question is, what is the gradation of health? Am I near the tipping point where one trip on the plane puts me over the edge? Did the stress of last year, did maybe a divorce, did losing a job, did all these kind of things fill my barrel to the point that I am right near the tipping point? And are there early red flags and warning signs? And here's the thing, you guys. If you struggle with focus, mood, energy, or even manifesting this business, this income, this side hustle, whatever it is that you want to do, it really begins with a sense of certainty. I'm not talking about the Tony Robbins certainty. Let me talk about it, see what I mean. You see my blue flame, this cold fire, Bettina? Yeah. It's like what's happening with my clients is there is a bit of an dis-ease and a bit of a little anxiety, because it's like when they go to the doctor, the blood work is okay. You know, there's nothing really crazy out of whack.
Mhm.
But deep inside, there's like, maybe it's like they eat something and they're getting acid reflux, or they're going between diarrhea and constipation, or, they have aches and pains when it just doesn't even make sense. And then they go away and then they come and you get a headache and then it goes, you know what I mean? It's like, and what it is it boils down to, it's like, I don't really even trust my body anymore. You know what I mean? Do you relate to that at all, Bettina?
Oh, yes. And, like 99% of Americans, 99% of the world population probably can relate to what you're saying.
Yeah, and so it's like my kids used to play World of Warcraft. A lot of people out there know it, World of Warcraft. And they used to, you up level and you get, powers. And one of the things you get was this little, looks like a pet that follows you around. It kind of helps you with powers. And, but it's like a shadow. And what I see with a lot of people that wonder why they're struggling, even in this areas outside of this health conversation, you guys, because I'm telling you, it's not just about health. This is not just a health conversation.
Right.
But what's kind of going on there, Bettina, is there's a bit of a shadow that's keeping, it's like, you're not at your fullest vibrancy.
Yeah.
When you wake because you're done sleeping, not because the alarm clock went off 7 times. You know what I mean? And you don't need the caffeine in the afternoon. You don't need the blue pill to make it through sex. You don't need the happy pill to make it through the day. It's like you just have, and that is so powerful. And I call that cold fire. And it really is that kind of certainty or faith or trust that wherever you step, whether you step into the unknown, you're not going to fall. You either fly or you be carried. And it's interesting because these 9 things I'm going to reveal to you next Wednesday, I'll give you the acronym. It's called the Daily Chapels Check. Chapels. Chappells, chapels. Check your chapels. All my clients Voxer me every day with their chapels check. And I'm telling you, it is phenomenal because number one, I have it literally recorded, I have it documented, but I promise them that your highest of highs today will be your lowest of lows in the future. When you understand how to answer, how healthy am I, how to recognize early red flags and warning signs and make little tiny tweaks. And what's really crazy, the last thing I'm going to say, Bettina, is it's like, I'm going to use an example. I have a client who is 230, 5'2", needs to lose about 80, 90 pounds. And I'm telling you, after doing a lot of these at-home checks, a lot of the things that she did that she thought was bad, skipping breakfast, eating in a short window of time, likes to eat late. In her head, she's telling herself, that's bad. I should eat breakfast. It's bad. I should, eat 5 meals a day. It's bad. I shouldn't eat late, right? And she is shoulding all over herself is what I call it. And because she's thought all these things were wrong, what happens is it's like, well, screw it. I'm just going to eat crap and do this because nothing's working. Well, after doing and learning the language of her body and doing these at-home checks, Bettina, do you know that actually she does best when she actually does not eat breakfast and does eat in a short window of time and actually does eat late? And it's just a mindset. Now, granted, she can't eat donuts in that few hours, you know what I mean? But it's just wild that she's like, all these things that she didn't give herself permission for. But when she learned about herself and was just like, wow, maybe I naturally gravitated to that because that's what my body needed.
Yes.
Not everybody's perfect. What?
I can totally relate. I think I gained in the beginning of COVID about 8 pounds by eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner when I normally don't eat breakfast. So I went from a 2 meal a day person to a 3 meal a day person. And 8 pounds later, it was like, whoa, it's a good thing summer came along.
Well, and I am not speaking about intermittent fasting. I can show you how to check yourself and know if it's right for you or not. For this lady, actually, it's a very good thing. And for you, it's probably a combination of the extra calories, and maybe you do best with that shorter window of time or the intermittent fasting. But you guys, you don't need to take online quizzes. What's the girth of my wrist? What kind of belly do I have? You can check at home and know with with your own eyes in black and white. And that's what I'm going to really reveal. I'm going to give you some big tips and hints on March the 10th that will help you, whether you're looking to lose weight, gain energy, focus, or even be prosperous in your business.
Thank you so much, Debbie. So if you want to find out what CHAPEL stands for, you're going to have to come to the We Empower You Global Virtual Summit. And with that, I'm going to share with you a few details. So if you'd like to get a ticket, go to weempoweryourlife.com. The tickets are just $17. It includes speakers like Debbie here, who's going to rock your world. And when she says cold fire, she means it. So it's possible for all of us to be living the life of prosperity. And what we're going to be covering at the summit includes content in 5 key areas of life. That's business, leadership, love, life, and health. And of course, Debbie's covering our health, but it does lead to wealth. When you are taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit, you can achieve great success in your business and in your life. So whether you're fired, furloughed, laid off, you've got a side hustle, you've got a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a man or woman or binary, whatever it is you are, we are here for you. This is a one-day, 12-hour marathon. We start at 8:30 a.m. We go to 8:30 p.m. And although you can come for an hour, why not come for all the 12 hours? We're going to open with an invocation. We close with a celebration of music and dancing. We have 2 rounds of breakout sessions, a round of mentoring and a round of networking, along with our keynote speakers like Debbie. And so you're going to gain business expertise. You're going to be able to network with entrepreneurs, learn from industry experts about shattering your revenue glass ceiling. This is a glass ceiling that had sit on my proverbial head for years. And I finally shattered it last year. I'm here and the team is here to help you to shatter yours. So we hope that you will join us at the We Empower You virtual summit, and we look forward to seeing you at the summit. Any parting words here, Debbie?
No, just try to guess what the CHAPEL stands for.
That's right. All right, Debbie, we'll see you at the summit, and see everybody at the summit.
See you at the summit.
Great.